What's going on, Hammer fam? Welcome back to HammeredHead. Today we're looking at the Resistance Trooper from the Force Awakens line. Force Awakens line is generally not very good, but we got a bunch of different figures, and this is pretty much the only Resistance Trooper we get. So glad to have him. He's got a little apparatus thing going on, which we can combine with some other figures, so that's always cool. He looks a little lame in there. I like the image on the card back, but the clear visor did not translate very well onto the not clear visor, which I think just makes him look a little bit stupid, because otherwise I think he's got a nice outfit. But that's okay. Resistance Trooper. Soldiers of the Resistance are well-trained and well-equipped, but must rely on hit-and-run tactics when faced with the overwhelming might of the First Order. Cool, and then here's a little contraption we can make. I do have the First Order TIE fighter pilot, so we'll be able to combine at least the bottom two portions. Poe Dameron's going to sit this part out, I guess. Alright, let's open him up. There he is, Resistance Trooper. So overall, I actually don't think he looks that bad. Like I said, I do like his outfit. He almost looks sort of like a G.I. Joe or something. And it's just overall a good vibe, but I really think the yellow visor on his helmet kind of just ruins a lot of it. Because I think that just looks really stupid. Again, I think if it was like a clear visor and you could see his face, it would maybe be a little bit better. But it just looks really goofy, and it kind of detracts from the rest of the figure, which overall, again, is a pretty decent appearance. Not a lot of detail. It's a Force Awakens one. And those were not very, elaborate or anything. Pretty basic overall. But, for just a generic background Resistance Trooper, considering all the figures really were 5 POA, it's fine. I just really don't like the helmet. It does have a little bit of detailing on it, which is okay, but the visor just looks dumb. As you could see, he doesn't really get a good grasp of the blaster. It's very loose in his hand, which is kind of a systemic issue with the Force Awakens figures. But it's a great sculpt. Looks really cool. No paint apps or anything, but it's a nice shade of silver. So I do like this accessory that he comes with, but yeah, it's kind of tough getting him to hold it. And yeah, obviously they're 5 POA, but with a ball joint head. And he can move it around pretty well. But yeah, overall, he's not the best figure just because of that the helmet and overall lack of detail. In the blaster, the only accessory we get is this thing, whatever it is. But we do get an instruction manual. So it looks like he can hold it and just kind of look at it. I don't know what it does. Let's see if we can get it in his hands. Is this turned down? There we go. Ooh, he actually he grabbed that pretty easily. Can get it on this side too. It's a little tougher on the left side. There we go. Look at that. Now he's holding it. Again, I don't know why. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Maybe just like a giant blaster turret rifle thing. But this thing he actually holds a lot better than his normal blaster rifle that he came with. And, all things considered, it could look a lot more stupid. Now, if we want to combine it, I don't have the third piece, but we have this little chair-looking thing that came with the TIE fighter pilot. So let's see if we can put this together and see what happens. So, we just put this in like that, and then we have to turn the handles some way. Oh, so they're facing forward. Cool. And then if we had the other thing, it would probably look more complete. But I guess now it's like a turret. You can have the guy stand behind it. I don't know. That's something, I guess. I can use that as a diorama piece. Yeah, so there's the Resistance Trooper. He's a little bit goofy, but, they're really cheap. Just basic Force Awakens 5 POA figures. So I can't really complain too much. I do wish they made a better version of this guy because it's a good outfit and overall it's a good look. It just does not really look good in this iteration they did of it. So this guy definitely needs a redo. And it is kind of fun. We get to like build this little mini turret thing. So if you're into that sort of the collecting side of things, maybe it's worth getting. But unless you're like a big fan of the Resistance or Force Awakens, I wouldn't say you really need this guy. Definitely wait until they do a better version of him, if they do. But let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you to my Patreon subscribers. Be sure to follow on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Check out the Patreon page, and don't forget, stay hammered.